Hey there, welcome to Something About Tabletop. Welcome to this little game of ours, and let's get this show on the road. We'll get our players to introduce their characters and themselves if they want, and then we'll get right into the game. Starting from my left to right, we'll go with Fantastic Dimensions.
How's it going? I'm Ian from the YouTube channel Fantastic Dimensions. I am playing my favorite character, actually, Catherine Zephyr, also known as Zap. She is a tiny little human decker. Got quite a few runs under her belt now, so yep, looking forward to add one more.
Alrighty, I mean technically it's the only character you've ever played, so there's that.
Not
Alright,
true. I played one other one.
did you? Oh, you played Vex, yeah, that's right. Alright, and Heath.
How is everybody today? You want to make it here? I'll be playing a character, a rigger, named Mac Johnson. Uh, First time playing a rigger, so we'll see how this goes. Um, yeah, he was in a horrible accident when he was younger and pretty much crippled from the waist down. So instead of being put in a wheelchair, he had his lower extremities replaced with like cybernetic spider legs. So he's quite a sight.
Alrighty, and Mr. LDM.
Yo, LDM. I'll be playing Crank. Crank is a gunslinger adept. He uses magic and drugs to make himself exceptionally good at gunfighting.
Alright, sweet, and Matthew.
All right, trying out a rigger decker named Ratchet.
Alright, sweet. Alright, it seems that we actually have quite a strange party composition for once. We have a rigger, a decker, and a rigger decker. Which I've never seen before. I don't know about you guys, but there's something personally. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. So, the word on the streets is that quite recently there has been a strange Magetech technology that has been working its way around. But on top of that, people that have been getting it, they've been disappearing. And not just mysteriously, violently, with lots of blood, slashing, and killing. Who's been doing it, people don't know. Nonetheless, your characters have been called in by an inquisitive Johnson Fixer type that wants to get down to the bottom of it and, of course, find out where this supply originally came from. You have been contacted to meet at a restaurant called Ozova, which is like a Russian troll restaurant. Specifically made and for size for trolls. Mind you, normal patrons can come. Alrighty, so your characters will be arriving in their specific ways, however you do, whether you taxi it, bus it, take your bloody car, I don't know, nor do I care. You guys arrive at this place, and it's not like a super hyper fancy restaurant by any means. You've been told to go to the doorman and just basically say you're here for the meat, and you'll be sorted out. If you want, you can describe how you arrive. You can describe your character's looks. If you don't, you can just say pass. So we'll start with Ian again.
Yeah, so Zap rides up to the restaurant on her Suzuki Mirage, climbs off, and removes the helmet, revealing her spiky, kind of pink and purple dyed hair. And she's wearing, jeans with like loads of little cargo pockets and such in them, and she's got kind of like a white tank top underneath of a black leather jacket. She's about 5 foot nothing, maybe 92 pounds. And yeah, so she just kind of walks up all too confidently towards the door of the restaurant.
Alright, cool. Heath, your arrival if you want to do it, and describe your character if you want.
Pass.
Alrighty, Mr. LDM.
Yeah, Crank dresses like a shitlord. He has plenty of money. He's done lots of successful runs, but he just dresses like an idiot. He's got this like ratty old trench coat on, like hood pulled up. Clearly wears sunglasses even at night because his eyes are constantly ringed from all the crime that he gets involved with. And he's probably taken the bus here and then walked in the pissing rain.
Alright, Matthew, if you want.
All right, Ratchet's gonna roll up in his nice Roadmaster, wearing an Argentum coat, looking fairly nice, but you can see a lot of cybertech all over him, both arms, eyes, ears. Everything has a little bit of a glint of metal to it.
Alright, sweet. So you guys get up to the doorman, say that you're here for the meet, and you guys are then shown your way through the restaurant itself. The restaurant itself has a very simple decor. It's not like overtly Russian, just very subtle. The restaurant itself seems to actually be almost like a family restaurant, as you can see like families and stuff like eating here, but they're all troll families. Whether or not your character's used to seeing this many trolls in one place, it's a little bit unsettling. But on top of that, there are other meta types other than the trolls. You can see a few giants, other stuff, larger people. You do see a few normal races sitting down with the trolls, and it's actually funny for once seeing the decor of them being much smaller than everybody. And you chuckle as you pass a dwarf. It looks almost hilarious as he's sitting with a large troll family. Other than that, you guys are taken into a back room and then opened up into a secretive VIP area where you can see a large troll woman dressed smartly in a suit dress style entourage with large, robust horns that seem to be uniquely decorated. As soon as you walk in, she asks you all to sit down and whether you'd like anything to eat or drink.
Zap will order her favorite troll cocktail. She's actually been here before. She kind of likes the challenge of this place, trying to eat like troll-sized portions and stuff, being like such a small person. She never gets through it, but she still enjoys it.
Alrighty, sweet. Anyone else?
Ratchet will take a soy calf.
Cool, done. Everyone notes when they get their drinks as well that the glasses are much larger than normal.
You should see Happy Hour.
Yeah, no shit.
Crank just fidgets nervously and says, just water, please.
Yep, they get you a jug. Alright. And Heath, you want anything?
Yeah. I'll take a Frappuccino, iced.
Alright, they get you a jug of Frappuccino. Iced. Okay, so after that's all said and done, the troll abruptly says, "Let's get down to business, shall we? No more dilly-daddling." All right, so you have heard what has been going on in the streets, yes? That me?
A little bit.
Yep. We heard.
Good. Well, of course you know this is going to be dangerous. People finding things, dying, I mean, that's a normal day in the streets, honestly. But this time it's starting to get into the public eye, people talking about it more openly. However, these things did own to these devices, they don't want them, people knowing about them. That's obvious enough. But I want to know more about them. But nonetheless, you are going to help me do this. I have a few leads on where you can get your hands on some of these things and try to find out where they came from. Do you know exactly what these weapons tech is? I can explain them more if you need to know.
Yeah, if you could give us a little bit more detail, that would be a lot of help.
Yeah. She says, quite interestingly, there are unique weapons that have been imbued with magical effects, but they're higher in technology than you would normally expect. Normally, I'm not sure if you know much about magic. You don't, but at least from my understanding, is that it is difficult to have high-powered technology and imbued with magical effects, foci, that kind of thing. But there has even been cases of a few bullet-based ballistics weapons that have actually been given foci properties, which is unforeseen. Didn't even know it was possible. On top of that, there have also been devices that can channel mana from mages and adepts and use them in an offensive or defensive manner, creating magical shields, firing bolts of mana, etc.
Crank is drooling.
Yeah.
Extremely excited at this prospect. You know, he's got no cybernetics himself. I guess apart from like a very, very basic stuff. Um, he says, "I know magic. I know about magic. It's very very exciting. They're putting magic into guns.
You know,
Where,
it's
and he's like just trying to be subtle. And he's like, where would you find this kind of thing? Just wondering. No
well,
reason.
there isn't too much that is hit the streets, and they're offering. They have a very high price tag. As so, I mean, some people have actually called them fakes. They don't believe that it's actually possible, but it very much is. So, I mean, at this point, I don't actually too much care for the actual technology. I've already acquired my own. So if you do find any, I don't care. Take it if you will. Mind you, remember the people that have been airing this technology have been disappearing, so be careful. Anyway, let's get down to my leads so that you can find out where this shit has been coming from. I have 3. From what I understand, there was a talismanga shop in Everett that has recently had an accident, a gas leak, and then she chuckles. The place was called a Spark of Inspiration. It was a Hermetic Mage talismanga shop, but what I know is that it was actually a whiz gang hideout, and on top of that, they were able to get their hands on a large amount of the materials. I also know that they had a few secretive hiding spots inside of their little den. So whether or not it was completely cleared out, who knows? But currently the area is under police investigation and patrol. So you probably have to deal with that if you want to look there. She continues, unless you guys have any other questions about that specifically, or anything else. Alright, nothing? Alright, we'll continue.
Not me.
Cool. Also, I have heard that if someone in the same line of business as me has managed to get their hands on an interesting pistol. It has the ability to fire projected mana from even adepts, and from what I understand, he is one. I actually have a meet that he is right now trying to work up for a job. I want you to go to that meet if you so choose to do this, and, well, find out where he got his weapon. Don't do the job, I don't care. He's probably going to be very pissed off and try to find who did it, but it won't lead back to me, will it? As she looks at all of you.
No. Of course not.
Next, she gets out a small hollow projector, puts it on the table, and then it projects what seems to be like a news feed. Seems to be for a university. And then she continues. A university student recently completed their thesis with an impressive technology that is very similar to the stuff that is being leaked into the streets. From what I understand, they're claiming it's a shield that channels mana from its users to create a magical armor. Well, I want you to talk to him because I doubt that he made that. Well, like I said, you don't have to do all these if you're able to find the final answer with just one. That's completely fine. If you want to follow all, I'm not going to stop you. There's no exact time limit, but faster the better, because these leads are drying up. More people are dying. Got it?
Got it.
All of you got it?
We're good.
Yep.
All right.
I mean,
Good.
out of character, not a clue, but my character got it.
That's cool. So, in terms of payment, we're looking at 5 now, 10 later on completion, each. This is very dangerous, I understand this. We're dealing with some kind of enigmatic shadow group, so be careful.
Yeah, we'll find it. We've been to worse.
Pay is good.
It is.
Okay, well, is there anything else that we need to ask? Or should we get straight to it?
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Like,
I
I
guess
missed the
names.
briefing, I'm afraid, but...
names for the people, like the guy who has the pistol and the student?
The thing is that he doesn't really have a name because he's a Mr. Johnson. Um,
Gotcha. Okay.
but she has been able to track down a meet, which basically a job that you'll be doing for him, going to a meet with him, and not doing the job. I mean, I guess you could
Gotcha.
in time. She doesn't really care,
Mhm.
but you're probably going to have to rough him up. So I doubt you'll be able to get the job, honestly. Um, Also, roughing up a Johnson, that's a pretty big thing, by the way. That's
Yeah,
that's
it's a
not
big deal.
to do. But of course, he also has that weapon there, and she doesn't care if you take it. So
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
there's the university student, which is from the University of Seattle. Simple as that. The student is by the name of Brian Winchester. And that's just what is logged on at the university. You'll have to head into the university and find him yourself, basically. And then there's, of course, the Taskmaster shop. I think I gave all the names for that. Spark of Inspiration, and the Whiz Gang was called. Where is it? Sorry. It's a mostly elf wizard hermetic gang called the Fire Starters.
Yeah, wizard gangs. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm. So, if there's nothing else you need to ask, she'll be willing to pay you guys forward the 5,000 credits each now, and then she'll get out of here. And you guys can use this spot to talk out where you want to go and all that stuff. At least first.
Okay. So there's police all over the first place.
Yeah. It's
Could be an issue.
currently under police investigation. It recently happened, so.
How difficult do I think it'll be to get into the university with our dodgy sins and stuff?
If you can talk, well, relatively easy, but I don't think anyone's a face, so I mean,
No.
trying to avoid people is probably the better way to go than to try talking to staff and stuff.
Right.
But then again, you have multiple hackers, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And you said we've got a name of a student, yeah?
Yeah, Brian Winchester.
It wouldn't be too hard for us to probably find out where he lives.
No.
Might be a better idea. So I would say maybe we do some, or I guess you guys do some hacking. Try and find a little bit about this Brian Winchester guy. And in the meantime, whoever's not hacking can go meet with this Johnson. I guess we could do them. We could do them one at a time, so we're all together.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw that name into my ticker and see if we can find anything on his name if he's coming up anywhere on the matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Which name? The Brian Winchester, yeah?
Yeah, Brian Winchester.
Okay. So.
Just waiting for how many hits he got on his data test check. So,
sorry.
Let's see.
I mean, you can roll that too, by the way, if you want. That's a computer plus logic, if you want to do it.
I'm so shadow rusty.
It's all good.
Okay.
I'll tell you what you need to do.
I have all this stuff like written down here somewhere. Data. No,
Hey, Thomas, isn't there a dice roller for
Yeah,
Shadowrun?
type Shadowrun dice roller in Google. Easy as that. First one.
In the chat there, Heath.
Oh, this is fucked up.
What's wrong, man? You right?
Well, I got 4 hits, but I got 5 ones.
Is that half your dice pool?
It is exactly half my dice pool.
All good. Alright, so that means you glitched.
the
You can use an edge to stop the glitch. It's up to you, though.
I can use Edge to stop the glitch, you said?
Yeah, the glitch doesn't happen. Whatever the glitch may be, it could be anything. I choose.
Alright. I do have a lot of Edge.
Up
But
to you,
no,
man.
I'm not going to, because you know what? This is like my 12th run or something, and I've never glitched before, so...
I mean, with larger dice pools, it's pretty rare, honestly. Okay, so...
I'm gonna take it.
looking around, you find that there is actually a lot of people called Brian Winchester, but luckily, because you know he recently did a thesis for the and published it, obviously, through the University of Seattle. It was actually pretty easy to find this guy. Mind you, this is mainly through the university records, and also you find the main paper and stuff where he was, doing his thing. Other than that, he seems to be, his life and all the stuff that he's ever done has been mainly focused around the university. Other than that, he's a rather unremarkable human being. If you really want to actually gain access to where this guy is and all his details and stuff, you're probably going to have to hack into the university. That's pretty obvious. And Matthew, yourself?
I got 2 hits.
Yeah, you basically find his thesis paper, and that's all about it that you find. You don't find anything else. But, I mean, there was nothing else that was of interest anyway, so there's no problem. So pretty much the university is the way to go. You'll have to hack into their host if you want to find anything else about him. Undoubtedly, they'd have everything that you guys need to find this guy.
All right. Let's see here. I've got 6 in hacking for a total of 13.
Yeah. What you guys can do, because you guys are both deckers, is you guys can actually help each other. You can have one person doing assisted decking actions, and one person doing the main decking actions. It's up to you guys if you want to do that, or you can have 2 people trying to hack at the same time, but there's really no point, honestly. Yeah. Or you could do 2 different hacks at the same time.
We might as well run support. One run support for the other. What would be the best way to go about that, I think?
So who has the higher hacking?
Ian does. He's 100% hacker, so that's all he does.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go ahead and roll mine, and it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
Alright, so if your limit doesn't hit that, you get 6 extra dice, Mr. Ian, to your hack on the fly check for this action.
So I get 6 extra dice in my hack on the fly check?
Yep.
Yes. Okay,
to get a mark. Mind you, you'll have to make a Matrix perception check to see the host, but that's no problem. You need 1 hit to see it.
I'll roll that right now.
Let's see.
Matrix perception check is 12 dice.
We'll go ahead and have my agent help out also, because why not?
Yep.
He only gets 1.
I got 5 hits anyway.
Yep, with 5 hits, this is with the Matrix Perception, you actually easily find the Seattle host, the Seattle University host. Absolutely no problems. The host itself is actually relatively strong, seeing as universities could have all kinds of secrets in them, research, that kind of thing. It's a host rating 6, so this isn't going to be easy. On top of that, its firewall is second highest, its data processing is first highest, attack the lowest, sleaze the next. Simple as that.
Yeah, shit, keep track of that stuff myself. Okay, so, oh yeah, my fucking rig.
So right now you're going to make a hack on the fly check, which, are you hot simming? Are you guys hot simming or not?
I am, for sure.
Yes. If you're simming people, I mean, you guys just go to sleep at the restaurant while Crank and the Spider-Man awkwardly sit there and sip their drinks.
It's my specialty, so, or my addiction is hot simming. So okay, so I hack on the fly. I add something to that. What do I add to that?
Yeah, so you, if I remember correctly, for your character, you were rolling when hot simming hack on the fly against hosts 19 dice.
Here we go.
And on top of that, you get a plus 6.
Oh, plus 6 more dice?
Yeah, you do, because of him helping you.
Yeah.
Sadly, he can't get any higher than his rankings in the actual skill, so... Yeah.
Oh, in which skill? The hack on the fly skill?
Yeah, hack on the fly, yeah. Because of that,
I have the specialty in that, so do I get the plus 2 to the rating for that, for the specialty, or no?
Meaning, you already have the full 19 is already counting that in.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant like my skill. I can't breathe. I got 7 hits anyway. My hack on the fly skill was 6. So. Yeah,
that's fine. I was talking about like when someone's helping you, you can only get a maximum of help of equal to your skill or whatever. So anyway, nonetheless, with 7 hits, you easily crack through the firewall, and are able to get a single mark on the host. So now you can enter on inside. Both of you can, because of course, Ian, you can share marks with Thingy so that you can,
Sorry, what was your name again? Your character's name?
Ratchet.
Ratchet. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, great, Ratchet. Okay, well, I will definitely do that. So we're in Ratchet. Now we have 1 mark.
All right, so you guys enter on inside of the host, and it seems this host is almost a duplicate, or I'm assuming you guys haven't been to the Saddle University before, or might have seen it in passing, is that this is like a direct duplicate of the university itself, except much larger, and some of the space doesn't quite make sense from a physical and real life standpoint. Obviously, this campus means that you could actually do this purely online in VR if you wanted. And right now, you guys are ghosts. I'm assuming you're running silently, so can you guys please at this point roll a logic plus sleaze check? And tell me what you guys get. I need to know that.
Oh, okay. This is not an assisted roll, right? It just rolls straight up logic and sleeve.
Yeah. You guys cannot have to roll this separately. Have to.
No problem. 3 hits.
All right, you want to keep that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, I can reroll it with edge, right?
Yeah, you can reroll all fails.
I've got 6.
3 is not great.
Let's see, let me roll for Clank also, since he'll probably be in there with us, my agent.
Yep.
That's good. I'll spend an edge to reroll. So here we go. 7 hits. There we go. Did you copy that, Tom?
Yep, got it.
Cool. Mark off my first edge for the day.
All right.
Oh.
At this point, in the real world, as we snap back to Mr. Crank and Heath, what are you guys going to be doing in the meantime while they're doing their little hack shack? You guys got any ideas on what you guys want to do for the other places, or you guys just want to wait for the hacking to be done?
Does Crank know roughly how long a normal hack would take? Are we talking minutes or hours?
I'm just going to say it's going to take a bit, so you guys actually have to do something.
Okay. I would be keen to just maybe scout out that talismonger shop. I don't know if that's like in the vicinity or whatever, or if we could just like take the van and wander over in that direction, just like scope it out.
It's not too far, actually. It's about a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, so I guess I'd lean over to, sorry Heath, what's your character's name?
Mac Johnson.
Mac?
And they call me Big Mac.
Big Mac. I lean over to Big Mac. I'm like, hey, can we get the van and maybe look at that shop? There might be some stuff there. I'm good at talking. I can get past cops, no problem. I've done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose we can do that.
Cool, let's go.
So yeah, I'll pull the van around and get in there. There's no seat in the driver's side. It's custom made.
Yeah, you probably just have to sit with all the drones in the back.
So yeah, we can. I suppose we'll cruise over. It's a Bulldog van, by the way, so it's fairly accommodating.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
And yeah, make our way over to the Talisman shop. I'll pull off about a block away from it. If there's an alley off to the side, I could perhaps park in. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. This district itself, the buildings seem to be relatively low. They're not high or anything like that, 2-3 stories, that kind of thing. Seems to be a large collection of like side road shops and stuff like that. Food, all that kind of thing. And even from a block away where you guys are, you can kind of see it in the distance. You can see yellow tape, cop cars. Only a few of them right now because it's getting later at night. But the place itself is completely demolished. Oh, and by the way, you guys were also told that there is not a vault, but basically a underground compartment that they use to store stuff that the Johnson was able to get a tip for. So you guys will have to go through the rubble to try to find that, basically.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. So the building's totally destroyed. There's nothing left.
No, it's been completely set aflame, and now it's mostly rubble. I mean, there's still some standing walls and stuff like that, but it's not doing anything.
And it doesn't look like there's a police presence here.
There is. There's a couple squad cars too. If you guys want to get closer, you'll have to make some stealth checks, or put some drones up in the air, that kind of thing.
I'll just kind of swivel around onto the console next to me, and fire up one of my drones. What is it? The Nissan Rotodrone.
Yep.
And I'll also send out one of the Horizon Nesquito drones as well to accompany Crank in particular. Very small, like the size of a freaking mosquito, can land in your ear.
Right. I got 7 hits on my sneak, my stealth.
All right. So you start stealthing forward, and I'm guessing you're going to be putting the Rotodrone high in the sky, and they're doing some surveillance.
Correct.
All right. Can you give me a perception check for that drone? Or you can roll electronic warfare, by the way, if you will, if you prefer, for the drone.
I didn't know that. Okay, so perception check for the drone. What's that? What's the dice pool based off of?
Its eyes, or you can use its sensor rating, plus any auto softs.
Oh shit! All right, so it's got a sensor rating of 3. So I just roll 3d6. Is that?
Yeah, unless you want to use your own perception. I would suggest if you didn't take perception, I would suggest taking perception in the future.
I don't think I took it, so
All good.
Learning experience here. It's all right.
So good. Roll me those 3 dice.
Yeah, so I got a 4, a 1, and a 6.
All right, so you're able to get 1 hit. You get a very basic overview. It's very difficult to see. The sensors aren't doing so well at this kind of altitude and lighting. All you can basically see is roughly the 2 squad cars. There's some persons around, but you can't identify them properly from that height.
The squad cars, is there, in regards to, did we see them coming up, or are they parked in any suspicious type of way, perhaps?
They're parked right next to the building.
Oh, they're directly next to it. Okay.
Yeah. The problem is you can't properly see anyone at all to distinguish them. Crank, on the other hand, Crank's able to sneak up closer at this point, probably through some alleys and stuff between the buildings, getting just across the road adjacent, and you can make some perception checks to check out the rubble itself. And, of course, the squad cars and where they are.
Okay, you got 10 dice for this. 5 hits.
Okay, with 5 hits, you can get a much better read than the drone can. Being an elf, your eyes can adjust to the low light anyway that there is at the moment. Only some street lamps, and there's nothing shining on the rubble itself. Inside the squad cars, you can see that there are 2 people in the first one that you can see, and then the one that's behind that squad car, there is nobody. Looking around through the rubble itself, you can actually see that there are a few officers that are basically picking through the debris, searching around, that kind of thing. Other than that, there don't seem to be too many people on the streets. And at this point, we'll cut back to the others. So, you guys are now still in the host, and you guys probably want to get some more marks so you can do some more hacker shenanigans.
Yeah, you know me, I always like to try to go for full marks if I can.
All right. So give him a aid check, Matthew, and then let's get this on the road.
All right.
3 marks is max, right?
Yes, 3 marks is the maximum.
Let's see here. This is against the device, correct? Oh no, it's against the host.
Yeah, host. This is you guys are hacking host right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
You will only get 6 of that, I'm afraid, and your agent will not be able to help because you've got too many hits.
Yep, maxed out.
So, Mr. Ian,
Okay.
you roll yours now. So that'd be 6, no, so 25 dice.
It's a lot more than 3, Heath. Where's my dice roller? Okay, there we go.
Are you talking shit, Ian?
Maybe. Yeah, I got 10 hits. I know I didn't really, but
You would definitely be limited there, whatever your thingy is.
my mental limit 6.
Sleaze? No, it's not Sleaze. It's
My
wait, let me
sleaze
check
is 7.
the limit for Hack on the Fly. I forgot it. Wait, that's not what it was. I think it's device rating or something like that.
Oh, device rating.
Yep.
Device rating is only 4.
Really?
Yeah,
That can't be
is
right.
that right? Sony CIY 720 is a device rating 4.
Oh, not device rating. Sorry. Data processing.
Oh,
It's Sleaze.
okay.
It's Sleaze. Sorry, it's Sleaze. My bad.
Sleaze is
Okay.
7. Sleaze is at
All right,
7
cool.
right
So you
now,
got
yeah.
7 hits. All right. So with another 7 hits, you guys are once again successfully able to get another mark on the system. You guys can go again. Just roll the 25 dice, and you can continue. Does
Yeah,
anyone have
absolutely.
baby monitor on?
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have it. I don't probably have it on right now. No.
Okay, just
I'd
wondering.
have mine on.
All right, cool. You guys are currently at 10.
Okay, and I think bad shit starts happening around 30. Is that right?
It's 40.
40. Yeah.
40. Okay, just trying to remember.
30, you want to start thinking about it, but
Okay, oh, that's another 8 hits, which comes down to 7 with my sleeves. So total, yeah, 7.
all right, cool. So once again, you guys succeed, and now the baby monitor is at 16.
Okay,
So you guys
so
have
I'll
3
put up some
marks
kind of
admin access, as it were, and you guys can do anything you bloody wanted with the system, mind you, with hacking involved. So,
right.
where would you guys like to head, and what would you guys like to look for?
All right, I'm gonna want to switch over to Fly on the Wall so that the Overwatch score is not going to go up quite as fast.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, this is when Zap will just kind of say to Ratchet, wasn't it?
Yes, correct.
Right. I kind of zoned off during the briefing. What are we looking for in this kid? Locations? What are we gonna do? Kidnap him? Something? What? Get information from him?
Yeah, I was kind of zoning out too.
Thanks, guys.
I only zoned out because my Hangouts crashed. I lost my Wi-Fi. But
It's all
Yeah.
in the chat, guys. I posted all the stuff.
I was
Basically,
trying to
you guys,
figure out how to change my picture.
can't
you want to
access
talk
chat
to this
from
guy
my
to
phone.
find out where he got this tech for his thesis that he made in quotations. Obviously, he
Right.
did.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, what I'm thinking. Okay, I don't want to probably talk to him here on university grounds. So I'm going to try to look for personal information on like what clubs is he in a part of, if he's going to be attending any of them today, what his home address is.
Well, let's see if he might have a university database that we could probably ransack. Might be able to grab the actual
Exactly.
thesis. I can have
That's
probably
very good idea.
I could have Clank running down any of the information in the thesis. He might have some references in there that he can check through on the network.
You guys can make a
Clank?
metric search check to try to find his file if you want,
Yep.
if that's what you guys want. Or you can,
Yeah,
if you want
so-
directly his thesis, you guys can look for that. That's 2 different things. If you want to find his thesis, there's him, which would just be his university, everything, his details, that kind of thing.
I'll do that one first. Let's find his personal file, his information file.
Yeah, just make me a computer plus intuition check, and of course, someone can assist someone if you guys want.
Yep. I'll go ahead and assist. Let's see. Computer, so it's 10 dice. Only 2 hits that time.
All right, so you get 2 extra dice in.
Okay. So it's my computer, 6 plus 2 for the matrix perception specialty, right? Specialization. Plus
Yep.
my intuition is 4, brings it up to 12. Hot simming, doesn't it give me
Yeah,
a
I
plus
forgot
2?
to add hot sim.
You're also running silently as well, so that's another -2.
So they counteract each other, don't
Yeah,
they?
they counteract.
And isn't there something else that I'm supposed to add? Is it
Not
no.
for this. No, this
Okay,
is.
that's fine. So I'm getting 14 dice.
Yep, 12.
Well, I get the plus 2 for his help.
Oh yeah. No, but you get +2
So-
minus. So you'll be at 10, +2, +2, -2. So you're at 12.
But then there's a plus 2
Why
from the
10?
hot sim.
No,
But
I
he
was
gets
at
-2
12.
for.
I had computer plus matrix perception is 8, plus my intuitions makes it 12. And
Oh,
then plus
what?
2 for hot simming, -2 for running silently.
Oh,
and
you
then
have
plus 2 for
specialization
range
matrix perception. This is
Yes, I do.
matrix search.
Yep.
This is 12.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, guys,
Shit.
trust me.
God damn. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah. 2 hits.
Okay, with 2 hits, this is going to take 5 or so minutes as you rummage through the files themselves, but after a while, you're able to find them.
Big university.
So it's you right now have his contact details, where he lives, and also you find out by quickly searching through his file, he hasn't been to university for a bit. He's missed the last couple days.
Good to know. Store all that information.
And
Does
also
he have
hasn't
any?
been answering his calls and stuff like that when they've been trying to contact him.
Do they have any of his cyberware on record? Any serial numbers or anything that we might be able to hunt him down with?
They have his phone number and contact details. So yeah, you have his
Could
comic.
be
Okay.
his comic. Okay. Before we hop out of this system, what's the baby monitor at?
Your baby monitor right now is at 16.
Still at 16. Okay.
Yeah, you guys
What about
didn't
this thesis?
Well, if you guys want to find the actual thesis, that's going to be another matrix search action.
Same kind of thing. Okay. You want
All
to?
right. Let me see how many I get to
Right.
help you with this time. Better. 1, 2, 3, 4 extra dice.
So that's 14.
Okay. It's 3 hits.
Okay, with 3 hits, you start rummaging to find the thesis, and at that point, we're going to cut back to the others.
Cool.
So, what would you guys like to do now that you guys have seen that there are cops rummaging through the rubble? There are a few people walking the streets, but not heaps, so attacking the cops on site probably isn't a good idea unless you can lure them away into some nearby alleyways. And of course, there are 2 cars and squad cars that are just kind of looking around. They don't seem to have spotted the roto drone or yourself, DM, Mr. Crank.
We have earbuds, right, that we can communicate with each other?
Yeah. Unless you guys don't want to do that.
I would say maybe maybe you could create a distraction with one of your drones, and they'll walk away to look in that direction, and I could just sort of sift through here for a second. Other than that, I don't really want to kill these men. They haven't done anything wrong.
I think I can help. So the mosquito drone that I had following Crank, like just chilling on his shoulder or whatever, I'm gonna send that off in the direction of the cop cars, and then I'm gonna fire it up. So it's got what is it? Strobes and speakers. And the strobes are quite loud, very much are bright, almost like a flashbang.
Yeah.
And the speakers are quite loud as well, piercing. So the earshot has potential to be quite far. On the notes on this, but ultimately it's going to be up to you as to how far. But yeah, it's fucking loud and bright, man.
It's at night on a relatively empty street. They're all the cops. Everyone in the area should easily be able to hear this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have it start strobing and pulsing sounds as well with the strobe, just zipping around the cop cars all over the place, trying to distract them.
All right.
It does impose a penalty if that matters. If they can hear it, it's -2 to any actions, and if they can see the strobe without lens flares, it's -2 to any actions. If they have like the ear or eye protection, it's -1 to actions.
All right. So I'm assuming at this point you told Mr. Crank not to bloody look at the cop cars because he'd
Yeah,
get
yeah,
affected.
yeah. Cover your ears and don't look.
And then, I mean, what kind of music and sound is blaring? I guess it's just high-pitched wailing noises that are disorientating, or
Think of just like an air horn just going off intermittently in random pulses.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
you just see
exactly.
stuff flashing around the car violently. You can see the cops. Well, you actually can't see because you won't be looking because that'd be a bad idea. But the cops in the rubble draw away and go towards the cop cars to investigate, using some of the rubble on the east side where the cops are kind of as covered to basically wonder what the fuck is going on. Is just and just starts happening above the cop cars randomly, and I mean they can barely see the mosquito, and on top of that, with a bloody flashing. So this is an ample distraction for you to make a stealth check, Mr. Crank.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I would have been looking. I would imagine like they were looking in a certain place and not finding anything, so I'd try and look somewhere else. You want me to stealth?
Yeah, to stealth into the rubble. I'm assuming you want to.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can try to find it in this short time.
Eight hits.
Oh, fucking like the bloody night, mate. You slip into the rubble as if you are the shadows. You guys actually have pretty much a sure location of where this is. Look, well, I say sure. It was located in like a storage area, like in a closet type area. But the problem is that a lot of the walls have kind of been knocked down. But you kind of going to have to piece it together. So if you can make me a perception check, if you have analytical mind or have a searching bonus, you gain it.
Okay, let's see here.
I don't think you do.
I don't think so either. No. Perception. What is that here? I have visual. I guess that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so 10. I have 10, and then in brackets 12.
I'll give you the bonus for visual. Visual can work here too.
Okay, so then 12 dice. Sweet. 4 hits.
All right. So as you search away, and just in the background, you can hear and just as you fly through the rubble, trying to get it as fast as you can. The cops themselves, are trying to deal with this noise and this light that's going on. They can't really do much, honestly, because they can barely see where it's coming from. How long does all this flashing last? Does it have like a limit, or?
Let me double check here real quick. It doesn't say. It just requires an action to turn it on, and presumably an action to turn it off.
All right, cool. Well, it's just going to continue going. You can, I mean, right now, is there anything that you wanted to do, Heath, in the meantime? Move your rhododendron closer, or?
Yeah, if they're occupied with that thing just flying all over the place, being a distraction, I'll move the rotodrone down and see if I can have that scan an area opposite where Crank's at.
Yeah, sure. Do another perception check.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen the message, Tom, but I had 10 unspent skill points.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I said, I was in a rush, so
That's cool, man. Just
I would
chuck that shit in perception.
advise and drop those on some of those on perception.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Okay, so let's see here. So nothing. Just I got a 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4. Can I use Edge? Does Edge do something? What's that do again?
You reroll all fails.
And those were all fails.
Yeah, all the ones that went 5s and 6s.
Okay. Okay, so that's 3 1s and a hit. That's what it says.
So you only get one hit.
Yeah, from the looks of it.
What's your height? What's your dice pool total?
6.
All right, so there's a glitch.
Okay.
All right,
What's
so
that deal?
while the drone's kind of moving, trying to getting kind of closer, doing some scans and stuff, moving in, the side of the drone as you're kind of moving hits the side of a freestanding wall that was there, making a loud noise. At this point, the cops look like they can hear it through the loud noise of the mosquito, and kind of look around to try to check it out. What are you going to do with the drone? You can either try to make a stealth check, fly away, or fucking, I don't know, shoot the cops. Probably not a good idea, but yeah, what do you want to do?
No. I probably don't have drone stealth or what the fuck ever that is.
It's just a sneaking check. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that. I'll just hurry up and try and fly away.
Yep.
Like move it around, behind some barrier and start to ascend into the night.
your drone starts to fly up, and you can see some of the cops like clutching their ears, and you can see they kind of managed to try to ignore the thing because they can't really stop it right now because it's so tiny, and they just kind of watch the drone. You guys don't really know what they do because you can't hear them. And also, Mr. Crank, after about a minute or so of just hearing beer, 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 and you see the drone kind of fly up, and you can hear the shoutings of a few cops just going like, we need to get like dispatch on that to try to locate that drone. You can hear some shouting through the mosquito sounds. You're actually able to find underneath the rubble and underneath what seems to be like a burnt carpet that's like mostly destroyed, that was saved by some of the rubble. Underneath it is a trapdoor.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I'll be opening that as quickly as possible.
Alright, opening it up, it seems to be a small room, like, it's got a very short ladder that goes down, and inside it's similar to something like an underground wine cellar, except instead of wine, it's got some other things in there. Various different collections of reagents. You can even see some illegal drugs, even some very interesting looking ones. Some named pixie dust, deep weed, stuff like that. And also sitting in the corner, you can see a small collection of very nice and shiny looking weapons and strange technological devices. There's one that seems to be a gauntlet. It's like a matte, like gunmetal black. And it seems to have all kinds of bleeps and bloops and buttons on it. You're not too sure what it does. You can see a sword handle, which is weird, and you can also see a armband type thing with a large kind of like device on it. You're not too sure what it does.
Okay, fucking motherload. And as far as Crank is concerned, the drugs are much more interesting to him than these close combat weapons, which they're for dweebs. But he knows that's what we're here for, is the nasty tech. So he's going to try and put as many of those inside of the code as he can, and then if he still has room, grab the drugs on the way out, and then run as quickly as he can.
Okay then, cool. You guys get the hell out. Okay, so what are you going to do with the rotodrone? You're going to take it back to the car, turn it off, or what is the plan?
What would I know about like it being tracked? You know what I mean? Like to prevent that, to stop that. If I just power it down, can they track it?
Power it down. You want to power it down ASAP.
All right. Yeah, if that's the case, I'll take a quick perhaps roundabout way, like maybe going behind some buildings or whatever, between trying to keep it like sneaky like that, and the mosquito pester on them. Hopefully they don't have an inkling or know where it went, and bring it back to the van and hurry up and power it down. Shut the mosquito off and do the same thing. Have that come back as well.
Yeah, make me a driving check, a pilot check, pilot aircraft. Tell me what you get.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. Do I add anything to that other than my skill?
It is reaction plus your driving skill, your pilot skill.
Okay, reaction plus my pilot skill. So, where's my reactions? Okay.
It's okay.
So that is 2 1s and 5 hits.
Yeah, just tell me the hits unless it's half hits, and I don't need to know the ones otherwise. All right,
Okay.
so 5 hits, you're able to expertly pilot the drone inside quickly and stealthily enough that you think it's fine. And at this point, we're going to cut back to the others as they have finished looking at and have the thesis. You guys could have left the host during that time after you guys found the thesis, by the way.
Okay, grand. So we got the thesis, we've got his home address, and we know that he hasn't been to school in a few days.
Yeah, we probably won't be able to find too much else on the network. We'll have to go actually to his home and do some sleuthing.
Should we wait for the others to do that, do you think? Or what kind of neighborhood is he from?
He is actually nearby. He is actually living in Bellevue, in like a nice suburban area, a few suburban areas that are still up. This guy seems to be on the richer side. His parents, not like super high up in a corporation, but high enough to earn enough money to be in Bellevue and the nice side of town, living well enough in this dystopian future, basically.
I've got 2 fly spies that can probably do some reconnaissance for us, as well as an ocular drone, so we don't actually have to risk ourselves before everyone else gets here, but we can do some reconnaissance.
Maybe we can do that while I comb through this thesis and see if I can find anything of particular interest. Anything that will lead us the right way.
I mean, all you guys can actually go to the next locale. There's no problem. They're done now. I'm assuming they would have buzzed you guys when they're done. You guys finish at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
can do
always
that.
nice.
And
We finish at the same time.
Yep.
do you
Convenient.
have a vehicle by chance, Ratchet?
Yes.
Ratchet?
Yes.
What do you drive?
I have a Roadmaster. So yes, big armored 8-person vehicle.
I love it. So you can drive, and I'll read.
All right. I'm assuming at this point you guys were still just lying down in like a VIP booth at a troll restaurant. Is Crank and Heath going to be heading in there, having a look? Mr. Big Mac, sorry. Just reporting back, as it were, your findings.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I'll be like putting these weapons on my hands and seeing what the hell happens when I try and activate them, and just in the back of the car, I guess, in the back of the truck with the other drones.
All right. So which one do you put on?
The armband one, the third one that you mentioned.
Okay, so you put on the armband, and then this device starts to kind of hum. It almost immediately activates as you put on. It also feels really good on your arm, and then the device itself starts to readjust it and activate even though you didn't turn it on. Also, something you can feel is you feel like something's draining you right now, like something's using your power, because you're magic. So yeah.
Okay. What does it do? I'm like swinging it around. Like, does it do anything? What does it do?
As soon as you're trying to think to see what it does, all of a sudden the little box on top kind of springs out, opens up, and then kind of whirls out into like 4 arms, roughly up to about here each, probably almost hitting you, probably does hit you. And then you start to feel the drain increase, and I would like you to make a willpower plus body check.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's too curious. Okay, willpower. Not good. Body. Okay.
Yeah, Craig was never good at willpower, was he?
No. Particularly bad at it. 3 hits.
Alright, with 3 hits, you're going to take 1 point of stun damage, as then a crackling yellow field is created over the surface, like a shield.
Oh, wow. Cool.
You can feel like my eyes, man, just leering at you through the rear view mirror, like what are you doing in the back?
Nothing.
I got drones back there, man.
He's like, wait, don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that's some sort of armor thing. That's cool. I'm gonna try and hold it, like unholster my pistol and just like fling it around a bit. See if I can do that with this thing on.
Yeah. I mean, you can't use two weapons at once,
Yeah.
and like using a gun in hand near the shield, like you actually can do it, but you can't just move as much as you would. So
Right.
it would impede aiming with that arm. But I
Mhm.
mean, using it just with one gun and one arm, is fine. I mean, your character's not used to using a shield, but it's something you could learn.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Nifty. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know how to take it off now. Is the other thing. So I'll it last time it just listened to me when I thought. So I'll just think off, please.
And it turns off. The stress on your body disappears, but you still took the one stun. That's not going
Yeah.
away.
Okay. Cool.
And then also unchink, so you can slip it off as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'd have a look at the rest of them, but I mean, I'm sure we're like at the place now.
Yeah, you're right there now. I mean, yeah, you guys can go walk on in. You can see they're right now waking up from their little hacking spree, and yeah, you guys can swap info, as it were, and talk about your plan.
Right, so we got his address and phone number, so we can probably go check that out, see what's going on. The only problem is he hasn't been to school recently, so something might have happened to this kid.
Hmm.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
But we can at least try to track his comlink, right?
Yeah. That'd be a matrix perception check if you want to even see it in the moment, by the way.
Right. And also we have the thesis here as well.
Yeah, you do.
So we need to look at that and see what kind of, if there's enough juicy, if there's anything that can tell us something in there.
Alright,
You'll
so
do a
I'll go
matrix
ahead and help you
perception
out
check?
with that perception.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
No longer hot simming.
No. But you're no longer stealthing either, so yeah, it's the same.
True. Yeah, that's right. Damn it. I keep on... Where's the dice roller? Bring it up. Oh yeah, you're assisting, right? So you roll the 8 first, I guess.
Right, let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
4 extra dice.
Okay. So... I got 6 hits.
With 6 hits, nix, nada, nil. This guy ain't online in this comic right now.
Huh. Okay. It doesn't look like he's online right now. Maybe he's been silenced.
Taken care of. The place that we saw had
Mhm.
been completely burnt to the ground.
Really? Did you find anything juicy there?
Oh yeah. Oh, you might know actually about this stuff, Zap. More than I would. I found some pretty sweet tech in that little shop.
Noticeable
Oh,
bunch of
have a look.
drugs.
Oh yeah, that's open. I'll keep that one quiet.
Let's have a look at this tech.
Yeah, so one of them is an armband, the other one is a gauntlet, and the other one's a sword handle. And I'll tell you what, the armband is the one that I'll tell you like becomes a shield, and it seems to use my magic to do that.
Right, okay. That's
Which is like pretty
interesting.
mind blowing, I think.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
generally, right? The idea that tech
that
can
is
use magic.
insane. That kind of technology does not exist. Like the thing is that from what you notice of using it is that the metal and material that this shit is made of is like weird. It doesn't feel like a metal or anything like that. It's like a weird plasteel, and on top of that,
Oh.
it's almost weirdly simplistic. This thing, like it seems to be made in like a chunky, simplistic kind of way. If you know what I mean, it's not overly complicated, or at least not from what you can see. It looks really simple.
So when he tells me that it draws on his magic, I say, no way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Show me.
like that. I don't have any tech at all in my body because I can't if I want to use my stuff, my magic. Yeah, okay. I'll put on the gauntlet and try and activate it with my powers. I'll just like
I'm
think
assuming you're not going to be doing this inside of the restaurant, and you're going to go back to the car to do that.
in the van. Yeah,
Oh,
in the van.
Sorry.
Okay, so is everyone going to head into the van to have a look and watch?
Somewhere private, of course, yeah. Sorry.
I'm like, don't worry about it, Big Mac. It'll be cool.
Is Big Mac
I'm
okay with
clearly,
this?
I'm really not keen on it, right? Like my arms are crossed, eyes narrowed, and I'm making sure that there's like an adequate amount of space between my drones and them. Like stick to the back of the van. Get back of the van. Get in the back, the way back.
Okay then. All right, and Matt, did your character want to watch, or did you want to get going on with the job or something?
Yeah, I'll be watching too. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna throw one of my fly spies over into his van just to keep surveillance, so we can be connected, as it would be.
Yep. Okay, so you pick up and you put it on, and also immediately it activates, making a very low hum, and the gauntlet like kind of, because it was really big, but then it just kind of and restricts to your arm, fitting it perfectly.
Cool. So I like look at that and I'm like, did you see that? How cool was that? What the hell is happening? And then I'm like, okay. And then I like dramatically flare and go, activate.
As you say that, a warmness starts to resonate from your hand, and then on top of that, you feel a violent, like, drawing of energy. And I want you to make a willpower plus body check again.
Oh, Christ. Okay, 3 hits.
With 3 hits, you're going to take 2 points of stun damage, and then a violent blast of light blasts from your hand upwards.
Oh no!
Making a loud sound, and even like the cameras and stuff that either of the fly spy like spark out for a bit, as if it was disrupted by something. And Big Mac's probably really angry, as there's like, it didn't blast to the roof, but there's kind of like a burning, simmering mark, and it like tarnished the paint from the inside.
Yeah, like got like
Frank
one
is,
of those.
like, on the floor with recoil. It's just like, Jesus.
Like there's like one of those like little mini fire extinguishers on like the back of the chair. I just grab it and just start spraying the entire interior of the van, like all over Crank, all over just everywhere.
What kind of fire extinguisher is it? The particle ones?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So you guys kind of stop as like the gas probably gonna have to open some fucking doors. There's all this shit inside, and you guys are covered in all the particles and stuff of the fire extinguisher.
Over in my car, I just got slapped my face like, oh god, I'm so glad I'm not there right now.
So like, kind of
that's...
not noticing the whole situation, still just stunned by the fact that I like summoned fire from my hand and like it shot out through this glove. I'm like, Zap, what the hell? How cool is this?
Okay, can you take it off now?
I think so.
I don't think I want to get too close to you while you're wearing it.
I like look at it and say off.
And it grows bigger, and then like kind of falls off if you let it fall off.
Yeah.
If I inspect these 3 devices or whatever, is it 3 or 4?
There's 3. There is a sword handle, a gauntlet, and a shield.
If I inspect these 3 devices, is there anything I can see on there that reminds me of anything I've seen back in my corp days? Any kind of markings, serial number, anything on it? Well, would have to be a serial number or whatever. But just looking for any kind of physical clues that might tell me something about it.
So there's no physical clues, but the physical comes in that this shit is obviously, it's not serialed, has no branding, nothing. This is prototype stuff. So obviously, seeing as it's weird new technology, it's definitely a prototype. You can tell that just by how it's made, the machining, all that kind of stuff. And also, you can't quite put your finger on what this stuff is made of. Like I said, it's like a weird plasteel, but you're not too sure what the metal side of the plasteel is. It's not steel, that's for sure.
Any sort of cable that I could see that I might be able to attach a data tap to?
It almost seems completely cableless, and that's the weird part. I mean, you'd have to crack it open, but you're not sure if you want to. I mean, you might, but yeah.
It just shooted some lightning and fire and crap at. I don't really want to tool with it in a van.
No.
Okay. Right. So what's in the thesis?
All right. Well, you guys can read the thesis as you drive over to his place if you want. And I'm assuming you guys are going to clean out the car and clean yourselves off before that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a bug scanner over there just to make sure that none of this hardware has any trackers or anything on it.
Yep. Checking out the hardware itself, I would like you to make a check with the bug scanner. The roll matrix perception check.
Electronic warfare plus logic. Oh, good. That's 1, 2, 3 hits.
With 3 hits.
Bug scanner adds more, so let me add. So 3 from that plus 6. So 4 hits.
Yeah, it does.
Ah, crap.
But it's only sending out, and the nature of it is that it's basically unhackable. It is just a beaming out a location, and that is it. It's not receiving anything. It can't receive anything.
But somebody knows where it is.
And also, it was well hit. You barely saw the signal. aka you needed 4 hits.
All right. Anybody have something that we can throw these things in? Some little Faraday cage or something to cut it from the grid? Right now, somebody knows where these are. I've got a head jammer, but that's not going to do much.
Probably.
But they're awesome. I don't want to put them away.
Yeah, then you're not going to be in my car because somebody knows where these things are and is tracking it.
It's necessary, Crank.
Fucking dweebs. Every time we find something cool, fucking God.
Let's see. Would I be able to tell what level of a jammer we'd need to throw on this?
A simple metal thing would get rid of it. Like, that's just how science works. So if you can cover it in metal, it's not going to work.
I'm pretty sure that I've got a toolbox. I'm just going to have them be put in a toolbox.
Cool, done.
It's got a toolkit hardware, and I'm pretty sure that's got a metal box to it.
Yeah, done. They're inside the metal box.
Sweet. All right,
Don't worry, Crank. You could have him back for the boss fight.
Yes, please.
All right, once you guys are done cleaning up, we'll go ahead and drive on over there. Since there's not really any seats for you guys in the van, you can hop over into my Roadmaster.
Yeah, and
I kind of like it here. Can I stay with you, Big Mac?
Does Big Mac want the Crank to burn his car again?
I mean, I got a 3 strikes policy. You're only on 1.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. He's a fair man.
I can just imagine Big Mac as this, like, like dad or something. Like, I will turn this car around, Crank. Back to Winnipeg.
Put your goddamn seatbelt on, too.
Okay, so what, we're going over to the kid to rough him up?
Yep.
The plan? Okay.
Well, I don't know if we're going to find him, but yeah.
Alright, so you guys rock up to the address, and this is kind of like picture-perfect suburban area. You got like really nice lawns and stuff like that. A lot of the houses are like way too much the same, like almost to a creepy point. And on top of that, in the area itself, you can actually see there are like drones that are periodically flying around, rotor drones. They don't have guns on them or anything like that, but they're watching the area.
That's one of my character things that I love taking control of those.
Hooray!
You have toys? I want your toys.
These are obviously knight errant like drones and stuff. Quite normally they're in like really high up areas and stuff. They have them patrolling on top of regular police patrols.
So I am going to try and, as silently as I can, put marks on the ones I can see.
I mean, there's probably like there's a few in the distance, but the ones that there's like one just for this are like kind of like crescent that you guys are in. So just one.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try and put some marks on that with
You'll need
one.
3 to take control, if I remember correctly.
All right. Got 2 hits on trying to get the first mark.
Okay, let me roll. It's resist. Zap can help if Zap wants, or if you're doing that by yourself, you can do it by yourself.
Oh, actually, I have my agent help out because
Cool.
that's what they're there for.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 4 more, and that's 1 more. So what did I say originally? 2, I think. So 3
Yeah,
hits.
so 3. All right. With 3 hits,
And I'm hacking on the fly, not brute forcing.
yep, you are barely able to push your way through, almost getting found out.
Okay. But now I have a mark on it.
Yep. All right, you succeed, and you now have 1 mark.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this till I get 3 marks. Then I'm going to try and reset, or I'm going to edit the home location to like a lawn nearby, and go into the boot file, telling it on reboot, turn off wireless, and go to its home location.
Oh, you were the guy that made that post, weren't you? Were you?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
me.
You're doing that thing. Yes, that
I'm
works.
doing that thing.
Very complicated, but it works.
It took me all day to figure out how to do this properly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I mean, so first you need to get 3 marks. So you just need to do it 2 more times.
All right. So we see here first. My duder helping me out with 3 hits. So that gives me 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 hits, you succeed.
Yep. All right.
And next one.
He gives me 2 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, that is a critical succeed on that one, but pretty much I'll just allow you to do because you only need to edit file once.
Should be 2 files, because it'd be the home location and the boot file.
Yep. Well, I will allow you to basically get an automatic success on the first one, and you can do the second one yourself.
Okay. So again, having my agent help. 1, 2. One, 2, 3. 3 hits.
With 3 hits, you succeed barely again. All right, cool.
All right. new toy.
All right, so basically, you're just going to be making it go to a new home location, then rebooting it to that home location, which would be your van, I'm guessing.
No, you don't want it to go directly to the van in case somebody's watching it. So a nearby house, it will land in the yard, and then I will go out and retrieve it.
Cool. It just lands nearby. And by the way, I guess you guys can do some physical checks. So if you guys want to do some physical perception on his home, just have a look at the place. By the way, it's right now, let's say 11 at night. It's not too late.
All right. So your clear sight.
Everyone can make this check, by the way. And if anyone else wanted to do anything, just tell me.
What's the check again, Tom?
Physical perception. It is intuition plus perception.
Okay. Let me see.
2. Well, I guess I'm not part of it because I'm hacking the crap out of the flying
you'd be hacking
drones.
it. You just like immediately see the drone and you're like, I don't care about the mission, I want that drone!
I want the goddamn drone.
I got 6 hits for that.
Alright, wow. Alright, sweet. With your eagle eyes apparently looking out of the van, you can actually see that it seems that whoever there is people home, you can see through the living room that there's a TV going on through the curtains. You can kind of see like the picture of it and some people moving around on the inside. On top of that, there is a large SUV that is parked in the driveway itself. And so you can see at the front. Around you guys, the drone, you can just see the drone just after a while as you're looking around just start to drop and like go land. And then you just see Matt's character just get out Ratchet and just head towards the drone. It's a bit weird, but whatever. He must have done something.
And for those of you that didn't see the post, basically what my character is doing is getting the 3 marks, going in, changing the home location to a location I want, and then going into the boot file, like I think I already said, making it turn off the wireless, and then go to that new home location so that whoever's the owner can't really find it unless they were watching the home location change.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take ownership later.
Yeah, which takes a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so and other than that, there doesn't seem to be too many people that are on the streets. You can see a few homes that have people in them, like because on this crescent that you're in, kind of like a cul-de-sac in the center, there's roughly maybe about 10 or so homes. Most of them, the lights are off. Cars not in the driveway, that kind of thing. A few of them, there are. Some of the lights aren't off. It's a pretty dead street.
Okay.
All right. I'll get my drones in the air.
Cool, done.
I will
And,
get out of the car and I will sneak towards the house.
Yep. So the house itself, it's a ravaged suburban-looking home. You can see, kind of how they have like the side gate, or you could try like climbing onto the roof. Or did you just want to get closer to maybe here in the living room where you can see the TV on?
Yes, exactly. I'd like to get close and see, like into the window, creepily, but far enough away that I'm in the darkness. I rolled 8 hits on my stealth.
Mate, you can get right up close and still be in the darkness.
I'm gonna put one of the noise guidos on Crank as well.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Done. Mr. Noise Squidward's and activate it while it's stealthing.
Nobody's here.
Everything's okay, alarm.
What did you say, Tom?
Ian, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not very good at sneaking in and breaking into people's houses, so I guess I might just be kind of checking to see what kind of security there is, if there's any matrix security around the area that I can
make a matrix perception.
Yep. Oh, why am I pulling out my dice? Duh. Shit, where did it go? Here we go. So there we go. Come on. Sorry, this is running really slow on my browser for some reason.
Yeah, it's all good.
There we go. 4 hits.
Okay, with 4 hits, you can actually distinguish that there are, multiple home networks around the place. Every single home basically has one, and you can distinguish which one is theirs.
Right.
And you can see it's currently on, but not only that, it seems to be a higher rating than all the other ones. I mean, the other home networks are only like a rating 3, but this one's a rating 5.
Be careful, guys. They've beefed up their security around this place.
But this is specifically just for their home, which could make sense as the university student was doing like compute engineering and stuff like that. So, yeah, obviously he must have beefed it up himself.
Okay. Let's see. So they've got like alarm systems and all that. Is there any other kind of automated security?
You don't exactly know. It's the home network. You don't know what's on it because you're not in the network. You need to get in.
Okay, well let's fix that. So I need to make
a hacking on flight check. Yeah, it'd be it's not against a host, so it'd be 17 dice.
Oh, okay. 6 hits.
Well, you succeed.
Right. Now I have a
You have one
question,
mark,
but
and you can enter on into the network. I'm treating this as like a
yep,
mini host.
I will do so, going straight in.
All right. The
Run this
network
silently, of course,
itself
but
is
yeah.
rather simplistic in its setup in terms of that there isn't heaps in there. It's very standard home security stuff by getting a quick look. There are a few cameras around the place. And also, it's mainly the actual electronic security that is being beefed up. Right now, the security system isn't actually armed as well because there are people occupied.
Good.
The cameras themselves all point outside. There are none on the inside.
Right. Okay. So the cameras are all outside, so I can see Crank there. Well, maybe
Actually,
not.
you
He's a little
can't
way
see
to the
Crank
south.
unless you can get 8 hits on your perception check.
I am the shadow.
No, I can't see Crank.
Yeah, so you can't see him. He's a shadow.
So what I want to do then, you said the electronic security is beefed up, like for like what's being transmitted or downloaded and things of that sort?
It's harder to hack, basically, but you got 6 hits and you succeeded anyway.
Yep. Well, I want to try and get into that more and see if I can find like his computer, like if there's anything being kind of sent out, etc.
All right. Well, you can see that there is two computers that are hooked up, basically home comlinks. One of them being drastically worse than the other. The other being actually a fairly high run thing. It's actually basically a deck console.
I was just going to ask, are there any decks on?
There's no decks, but it's like a deck console. It's a non-portable deck. They're a lot cheaper, but they're big.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get into that. So I need to increase my. That's part of the same home network, or.
Right. Currently, this is the main device that is running this network.
That's the main thing running the network. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to get some more marks on it.
Sure. You want to go for 3 or 2?
Yeah, going for 3.
Cool. Well, you have to make this check twice.
Again. Same roll.
You critically succeed, and I will give you 2 marks instead of 1.
Okay.
So even though this is a fairly decent, I'd say decent. It's only like a device rating 3 deck.
Okay.
But nonetheless, you're able to crack your way in, and now you have admin access over the entire small security system.
Okay. Can I do some kind of even though I have admin access, but I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure I don't like trigger any kind of alarms or defenses or anything else. So
No, mate. If it would have, mate, you've cleared those defenses. That's what hacking on the fly is.
Okay. I just remember getting the shit shot out of me one time on a recent.
Oh, that's when you're opening files. You have to be careful sometimes.
Got it. Speaking of which, I want to just
make a data search check. I'm assuming you want to find some things.
Absolutely. So.
What are you looking for? Anything about Brian?
Yeah, anything about Brian? Anything with Brian's like kind of signature or whatever on it? Something that maybe he was hiding or working on, or maybe
Yeah, sure. Make your data search check, and then we're going to crack back to Crank and Heath, which I think.
Quick, just make sure, because I don't trust the numbers I've written down here for data search. I have 10 dice written down, but I don't know if that's
10 dice.
Is it 10? Okay, cool.
I'm back.
Cool.
You know what? I'm going to initial edge this.
Sure. If you want to get it done quickly.
Yep. And that's 10 dice. 4 hits.
But you also add your edge to it, so it would be 15 dice, and then you click the edge button.
Crap, yeah, hold on, let me add 5 more. So I got 4 hits, and then let me roll the 5 more. So actually 6 hits still altogether.
Nice. All right. So you're kind of doing that, and then we're going to crack back to Heath. So Heath, your drones fly up into the air and start getting a good look around. Did you want to make your little perception check to see what's around the home? I'm assuming you're looking at the home, unless you're looking somewhere else.
Yeah, I got one of the drones is going to be looking around the house. The other one's going to be like keeping surveillance around the van in the general area for anybody else perhaps coming up. Okay. It was just perception, right?
Perception or electronic warfare when you're in a drone.
Okay. So it'll be one hit.
With one hit, you can see the backyard has some lights coming down from the patio. There seems to be back there. There doesn't seem to be anybody there from what you can tell. The backyard is orderly. Other than that, there doesn't, on like the adjacent houses and stuff, there doesn't seem to be any activity in the backyards, no one on roofs or anything weird like that. Not too much else to say. And Crank, you go up to the window where they are, and the blinds are shut though, but you can still hear what's happening on the inside. Would you like to make a hearing check, which is just perception? If you have specialization hearing, you get it now.
Okay, sure. 4 hits.
With 4 hits, listening on in the inside, you can hear the sounds of a man and a woman talking to each other. Right now, watching some crappy reality TV that's fed to the masses. Whether or not your character scoffs is up to you. You get caught if you scoff! No. I'm kidding. And right now, they're actually talking about Brian himself. And they're actually talking about how pretty much if like where he's been recently. His car's not there. Like he hasn't been there. He's been also for the last couple of days been rather paranoid as well. Not talking to them much, stuff like that.
Okay, I would like to use my superhuman parkour skills to try and get onto the 2nd floor and get into a window, preferably into Brian's room.
Yeah, sure. Make yourself a climbing check, gymnastics, whatever.
Yeah, I have gymnastics with specialization in parkour.
Sure.
Because that's useful. Let's see. Okay, 4.
Yep, with 4 hits, you're able to kind of, those kind of like those vine grid things. They had one of those, and you can easily sprint your way up there, making almost no noise as you do so as well. Getting up to his room.
Okay.
All right. What are you gonna do now?
I would like to try and open the window, and if it's not opening, then I'll have to think.
All right, we're gonna go to Matt then because it doesn't open.
All right. I'm going to be joining in with the drone swarm going around this house, keeping an eye out to make sure that none of the other goodies come flying by, and if they do, I'll take them.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, you're gonna bring up some drones and just do some perception checks as well.
Yeah, I'll have my ocular drone and my 2 fly spies. I'll leave my Nissan Roto drones with their assault cannons or assault rifles in the van for now.
I would like you to make a perception check or electronic warfare. It's up to you which one you want to do.
Yeah, they both have a clear side of 6, so it's the same.
Yep.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
With 6 hits, you don't see much around the actual homes themselves, but looking around, you actually note that there is movement heading towards your location. A large, black, unmarked, heavy van heading towards you guys.
Crap! Alright, can I do a matrix perception to see if it has any rigger ports that I might be able to take control of?
Sure.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Where's matrix perception again?
Crash it into a wall at high speed. That's my favorite trick.
I know, right? It works so well. What is matrix perception? It's computer and something? Or is it
Yeah, it's computer plus intuition.
Yeah, intuition, yeah.
Okay. One, 2.
The weirdest thing about this van is that you can't see it on the matrix.
Hmm.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
All right. Are there any hedges? Wait, have we already taken control of this house's security cameras?
Yeah, you guys have the security
Yeah.
cameras and the security system. It's rather rudimentary, though. It's not anything amazing.
Just want to make sure
I've
that
got it.
it wouldn't be recording what we would have going on. Does it have
Ian can
any?
wipe it at any time. So
Awesome. Do they have any hedges or anything that I could hide a couple of roto drones behind?
yeah, there's some hedges.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Roadmaster out from in front of this house and park it somewhere else farther down the way, and I'm gonna have my two roto drones uh, out of the van or out of the Roadmaster, ready in case something goes on, but hiding down below, out of sight.
All right.
So nobody's told Crank shit. So I'm going to use my shock glove to smash the window.
Yeah, sure. Roll your attack roll.
Okay.
Unarmed attack.
Yeah. I'm good at this. 12 dice. 4 hits.
With 4 hits, you smash the window open, creating a relatively large sound, of course, and you have access.
Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for, so I'm just going to run inside and pick up any like computer that I see. Anything that I think like the nerds in my crew can figure out what to do with. So I'm just going to grab like a computer if I see one, or if not, even like paper documents and shit. If I see a phone, I'll grab that. You know.
All right, so looking on inside, you quickly see a phone, a large desktop computer, and a collection of like hard drives, USBs, data chips, all that kind of stuff. This place is incredibly messy. It's your average techie's kind of a home and hovel. It's filled to the brim of shiny-looking things that probably you don't care about.
Okay. I figure I'm not going to get the desktop out the window, so I'm going to grab all the USBs and stuff that I can, put them in my jacket pockets, grab the phone, put that in my pocket.
Drake, I don't know what you got going on in there, but there's a van coming up here real quick.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to take the desktop and I'm going to throw it out the window, and then I'm going to jump out after it.
All right, so you hear the smashing
Files
sound,
are in the computer.
and then at this point, by the way, you're sitting there inside of the computer, Ian, and then the computer gets ripped out of the fucking socket. You're gonna get dump shocked.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Shit, I didn't even think.
Ow.
So you're gonna
Okay.
take 5 points of stun. Wait, were you hot simmed?
Yeah.
5 points of physical damage,
Son of a
and you're
bitch, I'm
going to be
so sorry.
disorientated as well. You can make a body plus willpower check to reduce the damage, though. So you can make that now.
Body plus will is 3 plus 4, 7 dice.
Although, in fairness, Crank wouldn't have known, so.
No, 2 hits. So I reduce it by 2, or?
Yeah, you take 3 physical, and you get a -5 to all actions for a minute as you're like, oh my god, my brain.
Oh, Crank, you motherfucker, what did you do? You stupid
Just
son
then
of
you
a
see the
bitch.
desktop sailing out the window.
And then it smashes onto the ground into pieces.
Oh, I really hope that it's not going to be smashing into one of my roto.
Alright,
I'm
at
just-
this point,
Cursing
when you guys have
Crank
been
over the
moving
comment.
around, was there anything that you wanted to do, Heath, in the meantime? You guys had like 30 seconds.
Yeah, Heath, you'll probably want to move your van out from in front of the place.
Oh, I'm not stupid enough to park my van in front of a place. Like, that never happens. It's always a block
I
away.
assumed you were down the block, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just again hit Crank over the comms, tell him to hurry up, and we got to get going. And I'll start it up. You know, keep the lights off, but it's started it and ready to go.
Yeah, so I'll do a front flip out the window.
Oh crap. Zap, did you invite Marks for me to be able to get in there?
I'm assuming you guys are sharing marks. That's something you guys can do.
Yeah.
So
Okay, because I'm imagining you're kind of like, my head. And since you got ripped out, you wouldn't have been able to erase the feed yet.
Well, honestly, guys, the security system is now down.
Oh, good,
but
it's gone.
Right.
yeah, the computer kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
So at this point,
Way
the
to
car is
go,
right
Crank.
now arriving. Crank, make a stealth check to like hide behind some bushes while you can, because they're rocking
Okay.
up right now, and it's pulling right in front of the home.
7 hits.
With 7 hits, you dive down with the roto drones behind the hedges, and they're kind of sitting there like, "Oh look, roto drones, hello." At this point, the black van, kind of the doors open, and then a human man walks out in just a nice business suit. Seems to be very professional, looking around. Has like sunglasses on, which you can see are most definitely like tricked out AR glasses. He looks around, scanning the area. He can see the drones in the air, looking around. Did you make a stealth check for those drones, by the way?
For my
Sure
drones?
didn't.
Yeah, for your drones on the hedges when you stealth down.
I have not yet, no. I was
Would
just
you like to come
hiding.
on, please?
Yes, please. Let's see. Stealth. And that would be sensor, pilot, or what would be the attribute with it?
It'd be pilot and if you have any auto soft for it. If you don't, or you can do sneaking yourself. You can sneak with your own sneaking.
Oh, okay.
If you
Let me see which one's better. Nope, they would definitely be better.
all right.
One of them got 2 hits. And the other one also got 2 hits.
Okay. So the guy kind of walks up. His eyes float over to the hedge where the drones are. I mean, you can see his eyes move around that area. Then he moves and he walks past the computer, the desktop that's just kind of smashed on the ground, and he looks at it weirdly, sees kind of the smash window, and then you can also see a light turn on up there as well, as you can kind of see like the parents wondering what the fuck is going on. And then at this point, the guy goes up to the door. Are you guys just going to leave at this point? Crank, do you want to stealth away? Or do you guys want to watch?
Does he look like he has a pistol on him?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 4 hits.
And I'm going to imagine with a matrix perception that he's also kind of blank from it.
No, his AR glasses are definitely on the Matrix.
Alright. I'm going to want to try and do a perception check on him, see what gear he has.
Sure.
3 hits.
3 hits. You actually don't see it on the Matrix,
Oh.
but you know something's running silently.
Okay.
I got a 4 at him.
4 to stealth away?
No, to see his pistol. If he's
yeah,
carrying
sorry,
a weapon.
So you don't see his pistol, but you do see something. As he's kind of walking of his suit jacket, it slides up just a bit, and you can see a rim of like an armband. Something relatively similar in style, you think, to what you had.
Interesting. Okay. Now I have to decide how high Crank is right now, and I'm not sure.
You just picked up a bunch of new drugs.
Yeah, I didn't take any of those, but he is like quite addicted to cram.
Do you want to make your addiction check to see if you, you know?
Yeah, how do I do that?
It'd be logic plus willpower.
Logic plus willpower. It's a very low. 6 dice.
Yeah.
1 hit.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Alright, you're on cram then.
Okay, in that case, I think this guy is going to be a great source of information. We could definitely use him. I'm going to take him captive. So I'm going to run up behind him and hit him with my shot glove.
Okay, so make a stealth check. I'm assuming you're going to try to stealth up behind him, not just run.
Yes. Yeah. Fucking 8 hits. Crank is invisible.
Jesus Christ!
He's got 15 dice for stealth.
You're able to stealth up behind this guy, having your hand at the ready, and then almost instinctively, this guy turns around as if knowing that you were there by magic. But you still get to make an attack. But he gets to dodge.
I want to basically shove my shock glove into his face.
Alright, make an unarmed attack roll.
Yes. I have extra powers for subduing combat, which is what I'm trying to do. So 12 dice.
Sure.
6 hits.
With 6 hits, you get 2 net successes. What's the damage of the shock glove again? I think it's 8.
I'll have to check. Gear. Weapons. Shock gloves. 8 SE, it says.
8, so 2, that's 10 damage. AP minus 5 plus his body. So... Alright, anyway, I would like everybody to roll initiative at this point.
Okay, well, I kind of snapping out of my stun now, yeah?
What was that, Ian?
I'm kind of coming out of my stun finally.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're not going to be disorientated for this.
Am I no longer in the Matrix at all?
No, you won't be. You got ripped out.
Son of a bitch.
Alright, everyone knows how to roll initiative. It is 1d6 plus your initiative thing. I don't want hits, just the total. And tell me what you got.
12.
Uh, 32.
Jesus Christ, Crank.
It's all the drugs and the magic.
Alright, Matthew, what'd you get? And what did you get, Big Mac? 27, cool. And Matthew? 9. Okay, 29, sorry. Awesome. Alright, so it is now Crank's turn. Crank, the dude in front of you gets hit by the shock glove. He cringes and like kind of almost falls over as he gets shocked, but he's able to kind of keep himself up.
Okay, I'm going to swing another shock glove at him. I don't want to kill him. I just want to take him captive.
Yep.
So another... wow, only 2 hits.
Alright, he easily dodges out of the way. Even while cringing from the electrification, he dodges out of the way, sidestepping easily, looking heavily proficient in melee combat. You can tell that just by looking at him.
I'm very afraid. Can I run away?
You can move away from him. Yeah, right now you could.
I will. I'll run away from him. I was hoping that my shock tactics, Crank doesn't like to be up close, so I'll just swing and then go, oh fuck, and then just start running.
Well, you can move up to double your movement, so like what you 80 that's 16 meters you could move. So pretty far. You can go pretty far away.
Yeah, okay. As far as I can, and I'll kind of start reaching for my gun if I need to.
Yeah, cool, done. Next we're going to go with Matthew.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and have the rotodrones fly up and just keep a holdout. I want to see what this guy's going to do. But I want to keep them out of initial range. If I see him pull a weapon, then they're going to unload. Or if I see anyone else come out.
Yeah, holding an action to fire at him if anyone comes out, or anyone.
Correct.
Cool, done. That is the order you have given them, yes? Or are you firing manually?
Order that I've given them.
Cool. Okay, next is going to be Big Mac.
So, say I wanted to shoot this guy in the kneecap, like non-lethal. Can I do that?
You can take a -4. I think it's -4 to stop yourself from being lethal. So you do stun damage instead of physical.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd do that. All right. Also, the gun that it's got on it, right? It's got a rifle. It's got 2 different numbers by the accuracy. What is that again? Is that for like auto fire or something?
Probably Smart Link. If you have Smart Link, then you will get that extra accuracy if it's activated, which I'm assuming it will be, because it's higher usually.
Right. Well, admittedly, I didn't write down that I did that, so. All right, and then I'll use my gunnery, right?
Yep, gunnery plus agility.
Gunnery plus agility. All right, let's do this. So it'll be. That's one hit.
All right, he dodges out of the way, sidestepping again, light on his feet. All right, now it's his turn. On his turn, he kind of, with one hand, pulls back his arm, and then pulls back the other one, and you see the gauntlets. And then he kind of unfurls his arms, and then a large amount of orange and yellowish energy flows up his arms and turns into, like, incandescent magical blades. Would you like to release your attacks?
Would shoot? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to monsoons unloading on him.
Cool.
Let's see here. First one, 1, 2. Yeah, only 2 hits.
Yep, you're just doing semi-automatic fire, yeah?
Correct.
2 hits, meets it, beats it. So yep, you got it.
Wow, that's surprising. So that's 10p with -5 AP because it's using APDS rounds.
10p negative. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't remind you. He's been attacked 4 times and he's taking a -1 already.
Oh, true.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking some minuses.
So that's from the first one. So the first one hits.
You're doing physical damage, yeah?
Correct.
All right. Yeah. You hit him pretty hard. He's now much more hurt than before, and he's going to be taking even more minuses. So here's a minus. Yep. All right. And what'd you get for the next one?
Second one has 4 hits.
All right. That's 2 net successes, and I think he's going to be down now.
All right. So that'd be 12p -5.
All right, you shoot him again straight into the chest, and he goes down quickly. The van at this point starts gunning for it and drives away.
Is there anything I can do to stop that? Like,
Unless you can use the car that you're in to try to get it off of the road, no, because it's not on the Matrix. This is a physical car. I don't know whose car are you in.
You are in my car.
I'm in your car?
Yes, you're in my heavily armored Roadmaster that could ease. It's a tank.
Can I shoot it with the drones? Blow up the tires?
I was going to shoot the tires as well.
Cold shots for that.
I've got insane accuracy.
Yeah, it is Ian's turn at the moment, so Ian can try to run it off of the road with a target check if you want.
Okay, so let me see here. Driving. I thought I took driving. Yeah, pilot ground vehicles, yeah?
Yeah, pilot, sorry. I always say
Plus
driving,
what?
it's pilot.
Plus what?
Reaction.
Plus reaction. Great. Do you guys, how important do you guys know in metagaming here? How important do you guys think it is to stop this van? Pretty important?
Depending on how near dead this guy is on the ground right now. So, could be some useful information.
Alright, I'll use some.
Right.
So when I use edge, I get to add 5 more dice, right?
If you're initial edging, yeah, and any 6 that you get will you roll again.
Okay, 7 hits.
Whoa! So Zap kind of jumps into the driving seat, pedal to the metal, screeches around, does a quick pit maneuver on the vehicle, and is able to pin it between a light pole and it, driving into it. Amazing driving. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you're in my vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it has a rating 6 maneuvering for it also to help out, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I mean, he broke limits anyway, so
Yeah.
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 Mind you, maneuvering would help
Okay.
with dice. But yeah, cool.
I got
That's
him.
what does it
I got him
itself.
stopped.
All right, now we're going to go -10 to everyone's initiative, then go back to the top. So it's Crank's turn.
Okay, the car has been stopped.
It's pinned between a light pole. The guy that is driving is still alive.
Okay. The guy who's on the ground seems to be taken care of.
He looks pretty. Do you have medicine?
I wouldn't think so.
No, so you can't tell how dead he is out of 10.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, he's on the ground. He doesn't seem to be running at me, so I'm going to take my shot at the driver. I'm sure I can hit him because I'm a god of guns.
Oh yeah. I mean, depending on the way that you ran, I'm going to say that you're actually quite close to where this crash happened because you ran 16 meters away. So I'm going to say you were
Nice.
actually pretty close to where the crash happened, nearby where you were.
Okay, cool. So I'll just take a shot with one of my Warhawks.
Mhm.
9 hits. I think that might be over my limit.
Yeah, that definitely hits your limit, but it goes straight through the windshield, hits the guy in the head. You just use APDS, didn't you? You don't have explosive round, so his head doesn't explode. But he looks fucking dead as doornails.
Okay, well, he's not getting away, guys. Don't worry about it.
Who are these people
I'll
who
then-
just murdered?
I'll then run over to the guy's body. I just run over to him.
At this point, though, it's not only them you have to worry about. Remember all those drones that were patrolling in the distance? They're converging on your location. Right now, beaming an AR hologram, basically saying for you guys to, like, drop your weapons. HTR response has been called. High threat response, by the way, if you don't know.
Yeah, it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Right, I'm going to grab this guy and get in the van.
The guy that was in the van that got shot in the head, or the guy that was in front of the people's homes?
The guy was on the ground, although he might kill me. But I'm going to try and grab him.
Does anyone want to get into the weird unmarked van, or do you guys just want to leave it and not risk it?
I'm just going to leave it.
Is it still drivable?
Yes, it is.
All right, then, yes, I will get in it, and I'll rig my Roadmaster so it will be driving, so we can take the van with us.
All I can say is that manual driving is weird because they have a manual driving system here, but luckily you remember enough to be able to drive it.
Okay.
I do want to
I like toys.
scoop up those fucking computer parts that Crank chucked out the window.
You're going to grab those? Cool. Your drones can, one of your drones can grab them.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, let's get the hell out of here. High-speed chase time.
I'm dragging this guy's body over towards the van.
Cool. You guys jump in the vans, and at this point, you guys need to make driving checks to evade those drones that are fucking following you. Because as soon as you guys start moving, the roto drones in the area start following you as well, telling you to cease and desist.
Who's in
Can I
which
shoot them?
vans?
Yeah, you can. You can shoot down the drones if you want.
That's what I'll do.
I'm going to have both of my roto drones take out their roto drones also.
Yeah, cool. And then I would like you guys also to make some driving checks to evade, unless of course you don't want to evade and you want to just fucking kill everything.
Am I still driving?
Yeah, you're driving in that car, unless you want the automated pilot system to do it for you. How much size does the automated system have?
It has it's 6, and then the body, or the pilot, is 9 total.
So you can let the car drive for you if you want it.
Yeah, it can drive better than I can. I have like a 2 and a 3, so.
Ouch.
It's here. The autopilot on the Roadmaster got 4 hits.
Yep.
And my piloting is 8. In the unmarked van, I get 1. I don't
Would you like to
random.
reroll?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use an edge.
Cool. Big Mac, what did you get? I'm assuming you're evading?
Yeah, I'd like to have my drone shoot at their
Pick off.
drones as well.
Yeah. After you make your evade roll, it's going to make some attack rolls, and we'll do a
Alright, so it's just drive plus what? Anything else?
drive plus reaction, pilot plus reaction. That's what you use.
Alright, pilot plus reaction. So that's 4 hits.
Okay, so and now make your shooting checks. Just everyone make 2 shooting checks and just tell me what you get in total in like the chat. Just like chuck them down.
Okay.
I'm not shooting anyway.
Yeah. Awesome. And Matt. Awesome. So you guys start driving away, zigzagging across the roads, making the kind of zigzagging in a way that the drones kind of like follow your path, and some of them even hit like light poles and stuff in the way because they're pretty stupid. They're not very good. On top of that, you guys are able to get out of the way before the HR gets there. Your rotor drones and stuff picking them off easily. Their drones barely being able to fire back as they only had simple like taser pistols on them. They all get taken out quite easily as you guys get the hell out of Dodge.
Good. As soon as we can stop shooting, I suppose we should.
Well, the funny thing is that Bellevue is relatively close to the Barrens, so you guys could just pop into the Barrens to kind of get the heat off of you guys for a bit.
Yep.
It's also a good place to dump any dead bodies.
It is a very good place. Talk to some ghouls, get rid of them.
So once we kind of are able to calm down a bit, I'll get into my pockets and I'll take out all the USBs and CDs and phones, whatever else I had, and just like hand a big pile of stuff towards the nerds. I'll be like, here you go, guys.
I found all these USBs and CDs. What's a CD?
I don't know what these do, but you go ahead.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do? Is someone going to check on the body that you guys got?
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be tying him up.
Yeah, that's a dead body.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case.
When you start handling him when the heat's off, you're like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Well, wait. Do you think these guys have anything special about them? Because I happen to have a contact who's a street doc.
Very true. I mean, he's definitely.
I'm pretty sure he was
wearing.
in the Barrens.
He's wearing some serious fucking tech. He's got more of that Magetech.
Now that I've got him in front of me, I want to try and do another Matrix perception to try and see what Matrixy crap he has on.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits.
5 hits, you're actually able to see through, and what seems to you're able to actually find them because it's running silently. But the weird thing is that it's now turned into like a beacon, and the devices that he's been using have like automatically bricked, and you can see that there was like a biomonitor tied to it or something too. And right now he's just beaconing, sending out location.
Right. That's not good.
The thing is it's tied to a comlink, a biomonitor, and those glasses, so you can easily get rid of those, honestly. Just crush it.
Because I've also got a head jammer that I can throw on him.
Oh, head jammer, well, I mean, it wouldn't work because it's the comlink doing it. He doesn't have a comlink in his head. You can find it on his person.
Okay. Am I able to hack into the comlink to disable that?
Checking on the comlink itself, you're able to hack into it, but the problem is that I'm going to be honest, you can easily stop the signal being produced, but it's bricked otherwise. It's like the device was set to partition all this stuff, destroy it, brick the rest of it, and only send out signals. This is some serious shit right here. Some weird spy shit.
Yeah, but those gauntlets are gnarly, which is what Crank is thinking, and he's taking those gauntlets off him. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but these are cool.
Alright, I'll go ahead and snap the comlink.
Yeah. What are the glasses and the biomonitor he has in his person you're getting rid of as well?
The glasses probably have some nice tech to them, or is that totally bricked also?
Yeah, it's the devices were auto set to brick, obviously tied to the biomonitor, it seems.
Just a small tear goes down my face. And I snap them also.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming you're getting rid of the biomonitor that's also sending a signal.
Yeah. Yeah, biomonitor, who cares? That's just meh.
Meh.
Turn them into scrap later to upgrade something else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can scrap these, that's no problem. if you need to.
Does it have anything else other than the glasses, comlink, and biomonitor?
No, that was it. This guy is
Okay.
bare bones as hell. Mind you, you can live
What?
almost your whole life through a comlink, so.
Yeah. All right. What about in the unmarked van that we took off with? Anything fun in that, or with the other stiff?
So the unmarked van, on the other hand, has some interesting stuff in it. In the glove box, it is a collection of data chips. The van itself seems to be almost a completely normal van, but on the inside, it also has like some racks for like weapons and stuff, or storage, not racks, for a few pistols and things like that. They're like no smart link or anything like that, just low tech pistols, silenced, that kind of thing. And yeah, apart from that, there's just those data chips.
All right. Go ahead and start checking those out one at a time, quite carefully. Probably, let's see. Yeah, on my little Hornet, take that off and start having that data process through those chips.
All right, so you plug in those chips. The first one you put in is actually it's heavily encrypted. Honestly, it's heavily encrypted.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and put that to the side for now. See if there's anything else less heavily encrypted that we can get through without an extended test.
Every single one of them's encrypted,
Fantastic.
and there's 4.
So, Zap, you get any good with the encryption?
Let me. I think you're pretty good
Yeah.
at decrypt.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just see here. Is it?
I know I've got the decrypt program.
That gives you
I don't
+2,
have
I think.
It's only
Isn't it?
plus
+1,
I
yeah.
don't have decryption per se written down here.
It's
but
crack
we
file,
use-
sorry, man. Crack file. It's a logic plus hacking, which you're incredibly good at.
Yeah, I'm good at that shit. Logic plus hacking on the fly, I presume.
It's not hack on the fly, it's a crack
Just
file.
regular hacking. 7 plus 6, 13 dice. Yeah. So you're
All right.
And you can assist too.
Hmm?
And
Yeah.
I think you can assist as well. I mean, or he could be the main one, because if he is the decrypt one, he would get, I don't know what your total bonus is. I think it'd be 14, wouldn't it? I think, from your sheet.
So I'll go ahead and help you out. That was computer and what?
Hacking plus logic.
Hacking and logic.
Hacking plus logic. Okay. Oh yeah, I got 12.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits on me, so you get 5 extra dice.
Alright, Ian, you roll that for me.
10 hits, but
Alright. To speed things up, I'm just going to say you guys are able to decrypt all of these files. And you actually find out. So upon decrypting them, each of these little data files are like part of a greater file. You work at first, it's all gibberish, and you're like, "What the fuck? I thought I decrypted it." And then, as you kind of realize, you kind of download it onto your thing, and you piece them all together. And eventually, it reads what is going on. So this seems to be a mission debrief. The files themselves don't have too much on them. It's just basically saying what they need to do. And pretty much is just talking about the retrieval of the what they call them as artifacts for the organization. It just says organization. That's all it says. And also, it specifically talks about inside about a crash of a vertebrate osprey that happened just outside of Seattle, and that they were to locate who was doing it and stopping that from happening. Like who found the crash site, looted the stuff, and get it back. any means necessary. Mind you, don't be too loud. Make sure you don't get caught. Make sure the organization is not known.
Wow.
Liquidate all technology that is around. There are beacons that have been put inside of the technology itself for you guys to get rid of. Like, for you guys to track, sorry.
Right.
And on top of that, it seems, just by the wording, that this is not the only team. There is more than just one.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. Okay, guys. Sorry, because my internet crashed during the briefing. What is our total objective, our job to do here?
Find out where this stuff came from.
Just find out where stuff came from. Okay. It came from that helicopter.
Whatever
That thing was called.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Let's
get paid.
I did 3 hits on the Matrix to try and do a Matrix search on a vertibird crash in that location.
Yeah.
See if we have anything on the Matrix, anything on the news webs.
Or like anything on the hacker web.
What did you get on the Matrix search?
3. 3 hits.
Did you want to make that check, Ian, as well?
Yeah, I do. Let me see here. Matrix search again is what it's not Matrix perception. Oh yeah, I remember what it was.
It's Matrix search. It's computer plus intuition.
Yep. Let me, you know what? Again, I'm going to use initial edge.
Why not?
So that's 2 points of edge left. Okay. 7 hits.
All right, with 3 hits, you're able to find nothing, and that's the weird part. You found nothing. But Ian, on the other hand, was able to dig a little deeper, as it were, and actually finds out that, indeed, that there was a crash, and on top of that, a man by the name of Peter Russo, a mafia, not a bigwig, but a mafia man, was able to actually find it and came across it. And from what you can tell, obviously, he started selling those little artifacts to people.
Interesting. One of those people he sold it to happened to be a college student by the name of, what was the kid's name?
Well, you saw this in
Winchester.
rumor forums and stuff like that, so you don't actually have it confirmed who he sold to. You don't have anything like that. You just have rumors that a mafia man was able to get his hands on it, and there was like him talking about it, some of his men and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys have completed the mission. You guys can send that back. There's nothing else you guys wanted to do.
Can I keep this stuff? I feel like I'm going to get hunted down if I keep it.
Make sure that it's inside of a signal blocking thing, and you will be fine, you think.
Okay. I'll talk to the nerds about it, and if they can figure out a way to put it in a box, whatever they think is best, that's what I'll do. But I do want to keep like a cache.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we were not told to retrieve this stuff, just to find out about it.
She explicitly said you can keep whatever you find. She's not interested in that.
Yep.
So I'm definitely interested in tooling around with it. This is goodies. I like goodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to do something with that. Upgrade a drone or something, maybe.
You guys can do what you want with it. I just want the money.
Yeah.
I don't want the heat.
Did we ever look into his broken PC?
No, and sadly, it is mostly broken. It is destroyed.
I tell you what, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, that was a really bad idea. That was really bad.
It's Crank. Like, I figured he wouldn't know.
It was pretty awesome, though.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys can. I'm assuming you're going to contact the Johnson. You guys are going to get paid at a dead drop for 10 grand each, and you guys have succeeded. You'll also guys be getting 7 karma.
Nice.
Because you were versing some nasty dice pools, but luckily you killed them fast.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and this series and storyline will be continuing in the future.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching.
Cool.
It's something about Tabletop. See you later.